This presentation, Above the Battleground, explores how conflict and peace operate in the mind, drawing on A Course in Miracles. We will trace the ego's war-driven logic and contrast it with the Holy Spirit's perspective, using visuals to guide a shift from inner struggle to sustainable inner peace. Our core premise is the basic conflict between fear and love. Fear represents the ego's fragmented system. Love represents the Holy Spirit's unified system. These two frameworks are irreconcilable. We cannot master fear to be safe. We must instead learn the mechanics of love, which alone resolves conflict. Here we map the architecture of the battleground. We move from original wholeness to the idea of separation, then to guilt and fear, followed by projection, and finally the perceived world of conflict. The key insight: the ego is a self-made, defensive identity, and the war it fights is entirely imagined. This diagram shows the split mind. At the bottom, the subconscious stores guilt and belief in separation. The conscious level is the decision-maker, reacting to both fear and inspiration. Above, the superconscious holds unity and revelation. Our task is to train awareness to listen upward rather than downward. The ego fights by 3 rules. First, it analyzes to divide, breaking wholeness into conflicting parts. Second, it treats defense as attack, striking preemptively to feel safe. Third, it urges us to seek but never truly find peace. Recognizing these tactics is essential to disengaging from ego-driven conflict. The ego sustains conflict through projection. We disown inner guilt and see it as an external enemy, turning internal tension into apparent interpersonal attack. In reality, we are the first target of our own hostility. Understanding projection reframes every conflict as a mirror of the mind's split. This diagnostic matrix contrasts 2 operating systems. In the trenches, the ego seeks survival through judgment and attack, seeing guilty bodies and scarcity, producing endless war. At the altar, spirit seeks peace through forgiveness, seeing guiltless spirits and abundance, resulting in genuine healing. Level confusion occurs when we try to solve spiritual problems at the physical level. The ego assumes behavior or bodily change can secure inner peace. A Course in Miracles teaches that correction must occur in the mind, the true cause. The body becomes a neutral learning device once this is understood. The holy instant is the turning point. By suspending all past-based judgment, we momentarily step outside the ego's timeline. In that pause, time loosens, exclusion fades, and the mind recalls its source. This experience restores communication and opens a vertical escape route from recurring conflict. Forgiveness, in this model, is a shift in perception. Egoic forgiveness confirms the reality of sin and subtly asserts superiority. The Holy Spirit's forgiveness overlooks error as unreal, seeing only the unchanged, guiltless spirit. To forgive is therefore to look past behavior to the truth of identity. The bridge to the real world is a change in how we relate. Special relationships are driven by the ego's need to extract value and prove separation. Holy relationships repurpose the same connections for shared healing and truth. The bridge is not physical. It is a transition in perspective about others. Atonement is presented as the final, safe defense. Unlike ego defenses, it cannot be used to attack. By accepting atonement, we allow the belief in separation to be undone at its root. Our value is then seen as established by God, making us inwardly invulnerable and removing the need for physical defenses. From above the battleground, we recognize that the war was a hallucination and the enemy an illusion. Nothing truly destructive ever existed at the level of spirit. This perspective does not deny our experience of pain, but reinterprets it, allowing the mind to perceive only what is eternal and harmless. Synthesis means shifting from the ego's perception, trying to change the world, to true perception, which changes the mind that sees the world. Miracles reorganize awareness vertically, aligning us with the superconscious. We rise above the battleground not by escape, but by recognizing unity as reality. We conclude that peace is inevitable once a situation is fully dedicated to truth. The battleground offers only an illusion of control through struggle. The Holy Spirit offers certainty through forgiveness. Our ongoing responsibility is to choose again, resting mentally above the battleground in trust.